morning, good afternoon, and good evening, listeners, from wherever you're tuning into this channel across the world. Welcome to Afris Concept TV, and thank you for tuning into this channel. The news headline: it is not Peter Obi that is important to me. That's what you people say that annoys me. Obasanjo. Once again, you're welcome to today's news, and kindly listen to the end. The news details. Former Nigerian President Olusegun Obasanjo tackled Chud Gidionwo that it is not Peter Obi, Labour Party presidential candidate, that is important to him, that it is what people say or do that annoys him. Olusegun Obasanjo tackled Chud in an interview he had with him in his office when Chud asked him that why is Peter Obi so important to him. Olusegun Obasanjo reacted that these are the type of questions and what people say that always makes him angry, because it is not Peter Obi that is really important to him, but Nigeria itself. He said, and I quote, "It is not Peter Obi that is important to me. It is Nigeria that is important to me." You see, that is the type of things that you people say or do that annoys me. Peter Obi is not the issue. Nigeria to me is the issue. Peter Obi is Peter Obi, but Nigeria, for Nigeria that I believe we need to have at this point in time, Peter Obi is still the man. Obasanjo said that he keep mentioning the young people in the open letter he wrote because the youth are very important to him, and asked that what will the leaders do for the youth when those who come to power all they think about is next election, not the next generation. Now, Obasanjo had an interview with Chud, and during this interview, Chud actually asked him that why is it that Peter Obi is actually so important to him. But Obasanjo replied and said, this is the exact statement that annoys him. This is what everybody too says, that Peter Obi is important to him. Peter Obi is important to him. That yes, he's a strong supporter of Peter Obi, and he knows that Peter Obi is the best candidate for the presidency of this nation. But that does not mean that Peter Obi is that important to him. Rather, it is Nigeria that is important to him. That it is important. Peter Obi is also important, but to him, Nigeria itself is more important. Now, Obasanjo has said that these statements that people will say that Obasanjo really likes Peter Obi, Obasanjo really cherishes Peter Obi, Peter Obi is so important to Obasanjo, that he hears that a lot. He hears that a lot, and he says Peter Obi is not even the issue here. That Nigeria to him is the issue. Peter Obi is Peter Obi, and Nigeria. For Nigeria, he believes that at this point in time, Peter Obi is still the man. So Obasanjo said he keeps on supporting Peter Obi, and he keeps on mentioning the youth when it comes to the open letter he used to write, that it is very important, and asked that what will the leaders do for the youth? Because when these old people come into power, what they actually used to think about next is the next election, and not the next generation. But once Peter Obi, which is not old and can still relate with the youth, emerges power, it's going to include, his administration is going to include a lot of youths, and he's going to think more about youth and not just about the next election, because he is not actually old, and he's not desperate for power. He's not desperate for power. So if it's that it was Peter Obi that actually emerged as the president, it would have actually favored the youths a lot more, because they would be included in the whole presidency in the whole administration. But now that Tinubu has actually emerged, Obasanjo now is saying that what these old men actually think about is the next election. They will look for ways to bring the people closer, trying to, in their first tenure, trying to make sure that people likes them so that they can emerge as the president in the upcoming or the next election. So that's actually most of the thoughts of these people when they emerge as presidents. So that's why I said, not that Peter Obi is actually important like people are actually carrying it, but it's because he wants the best for Nigeria. That is why he's actually supporting and standing in for Peter Obi, and not just because of Peter Obi as a person, but because of what is best for Nigeria. Do you think this reason that Obasanjo is giving is actually true, and can you relate with what he's actually saying? Kindly share your view concerning that in the comment section, and don't forget to like and share, and also click on the subscribe button to subscribe and the bell for more updates. Thank you for listening to the end. We've come to the end of today's news.